I am Kristine Schomaker, and we are in my exhibition called Perceive Me. It started out as a project, and it's actually more of a performance. I invited 60 artists to paint, draw, photograph, and sculpt, videotape, and 3D print me nude. It started off with the idea that oftentimes we take our own self-worth or our validation from how we imagine others see us or perceive us. And so I wanted to kind of play with that idea personally for myself and see myself through other people's eyes. And so it started off with 20 artists, then went to 30 artists, and eventually went up to 60 artists because there was just so much talent out there. And then when people heard about the project, they wanted to be part of it. And the project has been amazing in the breadth of work that's been created. The experiences between myself and the artists, the conversations that I've had with people on social media about what this project means, how important it is to body image, to being plus size. And it's even more universal than that. Even though the whole exhibition is me personally, it's not about me at all. It's about everybody else who sees the exhibition. It's about the artists who created the work. The project originated or officially started with the third artist in the show, Amanda Mears. She invited me to be part of her project where she was representing figures using Conte crayon. I met with Mika 3 times in our studio for 2 hours each time. It was kind of a painful process, and I give kudos to artist models who, are able to sit there the whole time. But we were having these really great, intense conversations about body image, about being plus size, about identity in general, and being fearless to do this, and so much more. And somehow the idea was kind of struck as far as how we take our own, where our self-conscious comes from, where our identity comes from, where our self-esteem comes from. And a lot of it, I know it changed, of course it's different for everybody, but I thought about it, and a lot of it does come from how we think others see us. We dress because we think somebody else will like that, or we wear makeup because we think somebody else will like that. But that doesn't matter. And so this whole conversation started, and then I started thinking, I'm like, I want to see myself through other people's eyes. I want to see what I really look like. And that was kind of it. And I asked Amanda, will you be, one of the first official artists in the project? And she said yes, and I was amazed. So the day after the opening reception for this show, I was banned from Facebook for 24 hours. It was something I had posted that was part of the exhibition, and that wasn't the first time. I've been banned from Facebook, I don't know how many times, because of the nudity in the show. Even though this is art, even though the rules on Facebook say you can post art, it's still nudity, and yeah, I was banned. But I believe that Facebook and Instagram are integral for getting the message out there about what this project is about being fearless, about being yourself, about being authentic and not being afraid to be who you are. And so I used Instagram especially and Facebook as a platform for sharing the work, for supporting the artists that are in the show. Instagram, when I met with each artist, we would take a photo with my camera, and I would share, a photo and talk about identity, talk about body positivity, talk about what it means to be plus size, talk about the experience. And I got a lot of feedback from that, and people got it, and I got so many messages and posts from so many people saying that it really inspired them and empowered them. And that's what I'm hoping comes from this. And that's why the show is actually going to travel to several colleges and universities, because I believe that the younger generation needs to hear this and they need to see this. And, you know, they need to know that it's okay to be themselves, to, you know, not be afraid of society's standards of beauty, of the media's standards of beauty.
Emotional, messy. Kristine is a performance artwork which focuses on notions of self-worth.
The project, like I said, it's not just about me. It's about the artists that I worked with. It's a social practice piece. It's a community engagement piece. It's a performance. I wanted to get as many artists involved as I could. Not at first, but then it turned out that way. And we created a catalog that was here at the opening exhibition. And I urged people to take their catalogs around, get the artists to sign the catalogs. And it became an end to the artwork. It became an end to the art world. All of the artists at the opening wore name tags with their name and an image of their artwork, so they would be recognizable with the art. So a large part of this was about supporting artists and collaboration, and it wasn't me. It's more universal. Even though the images are of me, it was definitely a collaborative, performative experience. I'm doing an artist talk with Leslie Leibowitz, who's a well-known feminist artist from the 70s. And I'm so excited to talk to her about being an entrepreneur as an artist, being a cultural producer, talking to her about getting the community involved and what else we can do to affect change in the world. And that's exactly what this is about.
Should it matter? What do you look like? Are you beautiful, ugly, weird, crazy, sad, humpy? Experiential, spontaneous, diverse, freeing, exhausting, trying, painful, colorful, conceptual, physical,